Uganda Development Bank, along with other partners, is aiming to create meaningful connections and exchange knowledge on the investment climate. The Managing Director, Uganda Development Bank, Patricia Ojagole, is impressed with the conference's alignment with their vision of driving socio-economic growth. Key priority sectors including agriculture, manufacturing, health, education, tourism and infrastructure were emphasized.
We should be on one table, in one institution, to ensure that we plan for this country. We saw Mr. Ngabirano is putting up a mega factory. But where is he putting it? In the swamp. Because he's complaining there is no industrial park in Wakiso. Isn't that a planning failure? Don't you see that the whole of Wakiso has become a housing estate? We have not thought as the leaders in Wakiso to provide an area for. That's why I'm saying when these agencies come together, I am also learning today that every city should have, like any city, should have areas where people put industry, areas where people put their houses, areas where people do agriculture.
We have had requests for the building of bridges. We have had requests for investment in islands. We have had requests for investment in water transportation. For us, this has been a big success because we have listened to real investors. Many people think to be an investor, you must be from Europe or America, or you must be Chinese or an Indian. We have to be confident that investors can also be Ugandans with black skin. And all those who are investors are entitled to all the benefits that are in the investment laws of Uganda.
The conference aimed to identify impactful investment opportunities, address challenges faced by the private sector, and identify bankable businesses. Financial constraints and the need for business advisory services were identified as areas requiring attention.
Limits in special programs start from about 50 million shillings, all the way to up to 500 million. Now, all it really takes is for you to be Ugandan citizen with a registered entity. The first step is in the registration. You have to formalize your entity because UDB does not lend to individuals. We lend to projects and start with even a single member entity. Approach the bank with your idea. We will take you through a process of file building to help you meet the criteria.
Now my biggest appeal is the monster for compensation. We don't have money because we can't borrow money to come and compensate you. Because the donors are saying, these are your own things. We are not interested in land. We are constructing a road for you. So how dare you ask us to compensate you for, again, a facility, a utility, a social service you brought into at your doorstep? Now we are saying, we shall delay these programs and these projects if we go into the whatevers of compensation, the confusion of compensation. So our appeal is simple. We want just 1.5 meters of your land, which is next to the road.
Uganda Development Bank remains dedicated to fostering sustainable socio-economic growth and complementing government efforts. The conference served as a platform to unlock opportunities, create jobs and uplift communities. Sandra Kahunde, Kenneth Tanaba, UBC News Tonight.